Eagle fan, you just gotta take a deep breath and let it go because you don't know what's the problem. I don't know. At this point, we don't even know what's the problem. No, it's lack of discipline, lack of leadership, or is Jalen hurt, or what's going on, or is he got paid, and all that things is going on. But in this game, I gotta give a credit that we scored a lot of points. We at least put 30 points on the board. And
Yeah.
again, it's the same thing that happens. The offense turn the ball over, and the defense can't get turnovers. What been happening the past few games, and for me, man, I'll take the win because I guess a division rivalry,
Right.
but there's a lot of work to be done. I know it's any given Sunday, the Giants they were no pushover. I mean, all season they look like scrubs, but it's hard to break it down, man. I don't during the game I was like, man, I wish the bench Jalen hurt and they comes back out and make a touchdown. You know
That's
what I
the,
mean?
that,
Like
yeah, that's the thing. Like you might get frustrated and you
right.
like you thought benching, but then you come back and make like a great throw. I mean, what can you say to that?
Yeah,
Gotta
and
keep it.
the first time we was doing pretty well, I think. First, I was like, okay, we got the Giants where we want them, and the second half start, we receiving the ball, and these two guys just ran into each other. I'm like, how does Boston Scott and how does that even happen, yo? You fumble the ball right there, running your man that's supposed to be blocking for you, running into you. We were just talking about how does that even happen, Angie? Like, I know it's sort of Mark Sanchez thing, but at least you run into a defender, that's the ball carrier.
Like
How does
yeah.
it come
Yeah.
out?
I can't even. I don't know how it happened. It's just sometimes it's just idiocy. I mean, hey, you guys watched the first game today. I watched a 3 hour comedy show with my team. So I mean, sometimes funny shit just happens.
Yeah.
There's no explanation for it.
But you know what? But the dangerous part is that in the playoff, when stuff like that happens, guess what? You lose, you're going home. There's no fixing it. There's no next game. That's
Yep.
why, like you said, I can understand your concern right now because after next couple weeks, the playoffs
Yep.
start. If you mess up, you're going home. You'll be in Cancun before. But that'll be the first time Patrick Mahomes will be playing golf this early in the season. um,
Uh, this is me. There's the two Super Bowl teams that made it. Well, the two teams that made it to the Super Bowl. We actually looking at them like, what the hell is going on with them? What happened to the
but,
team they had last year? I know
right.
he's the NFL and Patrick Mahomes has a young career. We're still going back to Patrick Mahomes. We're supposed to talk about the Eagles game, but the Eagles game, it's already been known because at the end it's like, okay, we pulled it off against a divisional team, right? Okay, I could say that we got a little lucky, but at the same time, it's like Giants offense really scored one touchdown. You know what I mean? That's the same thing when you look at the Kansas City game. The offense really only scored 6 points. I mean, the Raiders offense only scored 6 points. So the problems here for me too with the Eagles, can he be fixed? I I, I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, we always watching the game. I know we all speak it. I mean, we come here every week and talk about it. What do you guys think is really going on with the Eagles? Because as an Eagle fan right now, I'm dumbfounded. Like,
See, this is what I noticed from today's game. I didn't watch every single minute or every single second, but this is what I thought was going on. Like they'll take control of the game, and you feel like that's it. And then I think they kind of relax. They let the Giants come back, and then when they realize they're in danger, it's like they can switch on and off. But you can only do that when you play bad teams. When you play good teams, you can't do that.
yeah,
I don't think there was no point in that game where I thought the Eagles were going to lose that game. Even when the Giants got really close, I never thought they were going to lose that game. But they're kind of like just playing with them, man. Like they play really well, and then they just kind of relax. They just come back in, and then they play hard again. That's what I thought. But now I don't think they have been doing that all season. Um, they're just not consistent. Like John Hurts is not consistent. The receivers not consistent. The special teams not consistent. The coaching is not consistent. And they're just like they win all these games because when one part is not consistent on that day, other part will be. The defense will play well. Or if the defense is not playing so well, then the offense will score a few more points. So they're surviving right now. But you know what? You can't complain too much. How many games they won now? 10, 11?
11 games. That's the thing, though. That's
It
the thing.
is.
Sitting here, I mean, like this NFL games, we got a team that won 11 games in the NFL, and we still, as a fan, we're concerned because the performance. It's not
Was that
really
right?
based on yeah. It's not, there's always these little mistakes. It's like
Right.
1 minute you look at like you saying, but that sounds very arrogant for team to actually believe they could just switch on, switch off, playing in week until week 17 now.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, it's very arrogant. You gotta get punching them out like we did against the Jets, which was basically the team that the first team that we lost against, and the other three teams that we lost against, they really are playoff teams that actually compete, especially the
Right.
49ers. Honestly, nobody in the NFC right now could beat the 49ers.
Right.
Damn sure don't think we can because the way we playing. But any given Sunday, anything could happen. Hopefully, it happens in our favor in the playoff. But Angie, talk to me, man. What do you think those really like between these two teams with the Chiefs and the Eagles? Like, what's going on?
Well, with the Eagles, you guys are much more talented than the Chiefs all around. Like you guys have solid receivers. You got good running backs. Like it's the off your offensive line is I would say top five, top three even when they're on their game.
Right. When they're on
But
their
there's
game.
there's just something I don't I think Jalen Hurts is beefing with AJ Brown and it's causing some type of divide in the locker room. I really truly believe that the way that AJ Brown's been kind of coming out and like really being bold about what he's saying, like I need the ball or it's that's what I think. Um as far as the Chiefs, Jesus Christ, this
You do it speechless.
I don't I this is so aggravating because it's like we know what the problem is. How come they can't see that inside the building?
Yeah, but it's not one problem though. It's a whole bunch.
It's one problem and it's in the room. It's called the wide receiver room. They're all the fucking problem.
Most of the problem he's an offense. I mean, I think the Chief defense be holding up. Like they actually playing well. You know.
They're playing very well.
Right.
Do you think Patrick Mahomes is getting enough protection? Because if your receivers are not, they can't create that space. They need more time to get in positions, which means Patrick Mahomes needs more time to wait for the receivers to get open. But in the meanwhile, while he's waiting for the receivers to get open, he's getting sacked or he's end up getting too much pressure and he's throwing the ball in the wrong, like he did today. I think that one interception. I think he kind of just threw it in front of the other of the other defender, and he just stepped in front of him. I think what
Yeah.
caused
Oh
that
yeah.
was
That
the
was a
pressure coming to him. He just couldn't hold it any longer. At some point, you gotta throw the ball. You know what I mean,
yeah. That was a bad throw. He tried to. It was pretty windy at Arrowhead. I think he tried to cut through it. You could tell the wind took it a little bit, but
Mhm.
regardless, that was a bad throw. And fuck that dude, Jack Jones. Yo, man. Did you see that dude run it? Then he talked his talk to Mahomes, and then he pretended like he's about to give the ball to the fan, and then took the ball away.
no,
Yeah.
I did not see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
bro, but, yo, but I
He
don't
was,
mean
he
to
was
be
he was
there.
about to give the ball to a little 6-year-old. He put it out to him, and then he
And
took it
then
away.
no, you can't do that. That's a douche move right there.
Yeah.
But
Yes, it is.
what about let's give some credit to the Raiders though. You know, the coach. I know, bro. But you got to also remember too, man. The coach actually put he said some few words before the game started that they how they're gonna come out here fight and ready to actually end the with the losing streak against you guys. And he says it's gonna be a fight. He says it's gonna be a real wild fight. And I think the defense showed up as a defense. I think he's an ex defensive player, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
And
Yep.
yeah, and so leading his team to actually have 14 points in defense and hold you guys the Patrick Mahomes being hold into like especially the connection with Kelsey, I don't see it there no more. And just have the Raiders come out defensively, man. We gotta give them credit for that. Did the
yeah.
Raiders take you guys off your game, or y'all just wasn't on your game? That basically would be the next question I was gonna ask.
We're just
But you
we're
know,
just not on we're just not on our game because you're seeing the same thing every week. So it's not like the Raiders are doing anything different. We've been turning the ball over for weeks and
Right.
creating points for other teams. because our defense, we're not really giving up points. We're not giving up long stretches. Our defense can only hold so many times before they I'm not going to blame them. I'm not really blaming the defense. They can't hold every single time. We've been talking about this. We've been talking about tip passes turning into interceptions or false starts and holding calls that are killing drives. That's what we're talking about here. We're not talking about other teams. I'm not taking nothing away from the Raiders defense because they have been playing good for a couple weeks now,
Right.
ever since Pierce took over. And I think we need to I think the NFL needs to put a pink slip in Max Crosby's locker and see if he can get drug tested again. Because we all know that he used to be on that booger sugar and he just would not stop today, man. The dude has. I think as a kid he swallowed like a 48 pack AA batteries and he's just been going ever since. The dude
man.
don't stop. He's
But
amazing.
that man,
Right.
every game though, every game is like that.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He is. I always wish he was on